So after I left the military, I got employed there, and then I went, over years, kind of became part of the gang and narcotics enforcement team and the SWAT team here. And then I reached a point where my body wasn't really regulating sleep well, regulating stress well. I was using the VA's, drug protocol. It just really wasn't working for me. So I ended up retiring as a law enforcement officer. They were real supportive here at the city. They took care of me. And I kind of just, I went down the whole road of doing the VA deal and ended up finding that the holistic, plant medicine route was something that really worked for me. And it made me feel like a human being again. So, and my wife kind of introduced me to that. I didn't really know much about it. Even though I was a court-recognized narcotics expert, I really didn't know that you couldn't die from cannabis. I didn't know that it had all these medical, applications that we have suffered from in our own city. Whether it be opiate addiction, whether it be PTSD, leukemia. We have all those stories here, right? And we have this thing that could be helping us, and so I know that it personally helped me.
How old were you when you retired?
I was like early 30s, so I haven't been using cannabis for a long time. So I didn't really have like the younger years. I just embraced it as a medicine, and it ended up working wonders for me. So
the VA had them on 6 different high.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So, what were you taking before that?
They're high end, and we were able to taper him off.
SSRIs, benzodiazepines, sleep aids, and I went through the whole experimentation process. I've probably taken 40 or 50 different medications. When something didn't work, they just switch out with some other stuff.
Or at times they would give him one medication on top of another medication. One was a benzodiazepine, and then he'd have one for sleep, and then he'd have benzodiazepine. And if you look and do the research on it, the contraindications and adverse side effects of those are horrendous.
Again, you have studies out there that exist that that they've been made aware of that show that this can help people with PTSD. This can help little kids with leukemia. This cannot kill you. This can, all these things are on record already. So they can look up all this stuff too. A simple Google search shows a lot of this stuff. We have it's clearly better than opiates, both in controlling pain and doesn't affect it in forms of the addiction in the same way that opiate addiction has affected people's lives. So we have all these things that there's studies out there that exist, and they can just as well research that as whatever else,